For the recruits who flock here to learn the art of modern warfare, Kilian is a shining symbol of UAE military might. Located at the heart of the Empire, Kilian is home to hundreds of military barracks, training facilities, shipyards, and support facilities. Its economy is based entirely on the massive military presence, with weapons manufacturers and ship designers flocking to the system to offer their wares. Between the shipyards at Naval Station MacArthur to the Marine headquarters on Corin, Kilian may be the safest place in the galaxy, if you're on the right side of the law. Kilian itself is a yellow G-type main sequence star orbited by 14 planets. The discovery of Kilian occurred in 2463 during humanity's early expansion into the universe. While there was no plan to build out the system specifically as a military base, it naturally evolved from a forward base in the early days of exploration as more and more systems began to be discovered and power shifted towards the region of space surrounding Terra. Kilian found itself centrally located for effective security deployment. In 2631, the UAE moved their main shipbuilding operations from Magnus to Kilian, where it has remained ever since. Only the UAE Army continues to maintain their formal headquarters on Earth. The Navy and Marine top commanders now direct troop and ship movements from the Kilian system. As a collateral development, Kilian has generated a large civilian population and is fully represented in the UAE Senate. The first 3 planets in Kilian are known informally as the Three Sisters, and travel too close to the star to be habitable. The first sister is the largest, a hot Jupiter that combined with the system's star creates the necessary centripetal force to keep the other 2 sisters in the same orbit. The second and third sister are protoplanets that sit respectively in Lagrange point L4 and L5. Limited metallurgical resources are mined on the smallest of the sisters, Kilian 3. For the most part, the wildlets are an outlet for UAE weapons testing exercises and bear the scars of hundreds of years of ordnance detonations. Due to this testing, public access to the Three Sisters is restricted. Kilian 4 is the system's primary mining outpost. As the name, chosen by a particularly uninventive explorer, indicates, magma is covered in superheated metals and features heavy volcanic activity. No land area on magma is stable, so it's been impossible to establish any facilities on the surface itself. Home of UAE Navy headquarters and birthplace of the Bengal-class strike carrier, MacArthur is named after a famed army general of the previous millennium, in what naval historians and personnel chose to find amusing irony. It's where tens of thousands of naval aviators train every year and where all major naval exercises are planned and coordinated. The planet is orbited by countless rings of spatial moorings and dry dock facilities. Many of humanity's capital ships, including the Bengal, are constructed in the space around MacArthur. As a result, MacArthur is a place where there are credits to be made. On the legal side, merchants can bring in processed ores, weapon components, shield generators, and a myriad of other elements needed for constructing large warships. Those affiliated with the black market can also get rich on MacArthur, as the planet's population of lonely ship crews has a variety of appetites. Osha is a terraformed super-Earth, home to many of the families and support personnel for the system's military population. It is a temperate world that has been highly constructed. Arcologies now dot the surface, providing homes for husbands, wives and children of military personnel who are either assigned elsewhere in the system or deployed to distant stars. There is some profit to be made shipping to Osha, whose population generally seeks luxuries from the rest of human-settled space. Slightly smaller than Osha, Keen is another civilian world. Unlike Osha, Keen is the domain of military-aligned corporations and businesses. If a manufacturer has a military contract, you can bet it is a field office located on Keen. Manufacturers compete for factory slots on the world because an in-system factory allows one to be a much more efficient supplier. This means that regardless of resources, everything from toilet paper to starship bulkheads is manufactured here. Robert Space Industries and Anvil Aerospace both maintain formal showrooms on Keen, which may be visited by civilians. Kilian 8 is an ocean world with an open secret. It is highly toxic to the point of total inhospitality. What appears from orbit to be a tropical paradise is in fact an orb of high-density water, ammonia, and more volatile liquids. No current spacesuit technology is capable of protecting a human on Kilian 8's surface, and even most starship hulls will dissolve with minimal contact. Corin is a deadly ice world that is used as headquarters for the UEE Marine Command. Dotted with icy tundras and craggy rock caves, Corin is outside the system's green band, so the Marines maintain a massive underground base, but also require that all trainees survive a 6-month boot camp on the planet's surface. Marine units not in the field are engaged in constant war games here. Corin is one of the best protected worlds in the galaxy, with a Marine battle group preventing unauthorized access at all times. The best advice: do not approach. Kilian 10 through Kilian 14 are uninhabitable. 10 has a thin atmosphere and a dense, mineral-rich surface. Metal rights to the planet are currently locked in an ongoing court battle, so only claim hoppers need apply, and the massive military in the region makes that an unappealing prospect for all but the boldest miners. Kilian 11 is a gas giant that is surrounded by automated harvester platforms which are gathering resources for refinement. Kilian 12, 13 and 14 are small, essentially dead worlds. Although of the three, Kilian 13 does feature an impressive smoky quartz surface that looks like nothing else in the galaxy.
NordCon 2952, the road to Nord 4.0. What do you want out of NordVPN.com/BoredGamer? Nord base building? Nord hunting 2.0? A dynamic Nordonomy? I'm personally looking forward to the latest Nord cruiser. In the meantime, I'm going to make do with NordVPN protecting my data from insidious space pirates and giving me unrivaled access to all the content that the internet has to offer. Use the links below. Note, NordCon 2952 does not actually exist. Also adding to my shill pile, Tobii Eye Tracker 5 gives you precise head tracking and control with your eyes. That's the sound of my eyes controlling the lasers, giving you unprecedented immersion in Star Citizen. You can basically aim lasers with your eyes. Pew pew! Use the links below and code BoredGamer for discount. Every month we have a ship giveaway for Star Citizen. For October, we're giving away a Cutlass Black with pirate skin, lifetime insurance, and Star Citizen game package. All you need to jump into the game. Just comment on any of my videos made during October to be in for a chance of winning that. If you would like to further support the channel, please consider becoming a channel member with the join button below my videos, or potentially becoming a Patreon. You'll get access to some exclusive content, and it really helps the channel out. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and have a great October.